Alright, welcome guys to Mindrazer M2G. This is going to be my first video. It's going to be a deck tech of my Nekusar commander. It's very good, as you all know. Pretty much I just make you will and you lose. Alright, this is very competitive for multiplayer game. Everybody hates this. It's really good. Alright, so there's Nekusar. Next is going to be the land base. I run Badlands, Underground Sea, a Volcanic Island. Then I run all the shock lands. Which is kind of good they reprinted the shock lands because I'm a big Modern fan. I play Modern a lot. Play the check lands. Alright, and next is going to be the lands that tap from multiple colors. Of course, Command Tower. Crumbling Necropolis. I run a lore. I'm going to probably switch them out for the Battle Bonds lands. And I run a Reflecting Pool. And these ones are utility lands. Everybody draws a card. Oh, it's wiggly here. Road's Passage. Each player discards a card. And then Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Same thing. Everybody draws a card. And then I run my basics. I mean, I could put more money into my mana base, but I don't. I run 3 basic islands, 5 mountains, and 5 swamps. So that's it for the land base. Next is going to go to my instance, which I run 2 instants. I run Will and Deal, and I run Evacuation. Alright, next is going to be my sorceries, and they all go from lowest mana cost to highest mana cost. So get right in here. I run Wheel of Fate. I run Wind of Change. I run 1 Demonic Tutor. I run Burning Inquiry. Torment of Hellfire, very good. I run 1 Dark Deal. I run Windfall. And as you can see, I just run tons and tons of will effects. Fabricate, Days Undoing, 1 Wheel of Fortune, Multi-Psyche, Mystic Retrieval, so I could at least get one of my wheels back and then I can flash it back. So if I ever discarded it, I could still use it. Riot Purification, Damnation, another Tutor, Demonic Tutor, Whispering Madness, Cypher's pretty cool. Urza's Guilt, which is really cool because everybody draws, discards, and then lose life. A new one from the Battle Bonds, really cool. Friend or foe, so you know I always pick a friend, no foe, right? No, yeah, friend. Another Wheel, Time Reversal, Reforge the Soul, and then Juckalips. So that's all my sorceries and instants. Next we're going to do is going to be artifacts, which I have right here. I run a lot of Mana Rocks, Soul Ring, Howling Mine, Mind Crank, Talisman of Indulgence, Tempo Bell, allows me to draw cards, Obelisk of Grixis, Dark Soul Ingot, Manalith, Chromatic Lantern, Fairy's Puzzle Box. This is also good right here. Graphic Gilmore. Whenever you guys discard, I draw, so I can pretty much draw my whole deck. And Trandonimo. And of course, 4 Dementos. So that also allows you to draw cards. Next, I run one Planeswalker. I run Jace. And next is my enchantments, which is the meat of the bones, you know. They allow me to do lots of stuff. So you're going to be discarding in this deck. So I run Lilion's Caress. So every time you discard, you lose life. This right here is the engine of my deck. If I get this out and start willing, most chances I'm just going to win. Because if you're playing in a multi-pod game, you get 3 players. Each of them are going to be discarding land. You can get a bunch of red mana. Enough to play your mana rocks and switch for the colors for the other wheels, which is red and blue. And plus there's one wheel that's all black. And then you draw a card, and then you create a bunch of zombies. So that's pretty much it. And then you got Regrow, which costs 3, same thing. Help me draw, pay 1 life, draw a card. Another one, draw a card. Everybody draws cards. Another one, this one lets everybody draw cards, and then those 2 damage to them. Classic. I like the old classic art, look at that. Nice art, huh? I like the old classic art of this one. So, Underworld Dreams. Every time they draw a card, you lose life. This is another good one. Whenever a player draws a card, they lose 2 life unless they pay 2. So this is, yeah, it just gets crazy. It hurts you, but for the most part, yeah, you kill somebody. And then, whenever a player plays a spell, they draw 7 cards. Alright, next and the last is my creatures. I run the Parasite, which if I have a red permanent, does 1 damage whenever time you draw a card. I run a Shocker, which is one reason why I run Rose Passage, so that way if I deal that direct damage, you discard your hand. Another draw more cards. Everybody loves drawing cards, right? Another wheel. Magnus is a wheel. Whirlpool Warrior, same thing. Makes everybody wheel. Another one. Jace Artifice, same thing. Same thing. Everybody draws a card. All my opponents draw a card, and it's a 5/5, which is pretty good. Same thing as the Shocker, but this one's Barb and it has haste and trample, so that's kind of cool. Same thing here. Everybody deals damage when everybody draws a card. So I have multiple ways to deal damage besides Nekusar. And then I run a lot of clones, pretty much all the clones in the game, because I'm constantly making everybody discard. So whoever does get a monster on the field usually is the best one. Clever Impersonator. This is a pretty cool one because if you discard, you can still embalm. So that's really good right there. Evil Twin, same thing. I can kill somebody. Let's take control. And then another way, if I draw cards, you lose life. And same thing. Cyclops Scroller. Body Double, which is really cool. Except it has to be in the graveyard, which kind of backfires sometimes. But you're making everybody discard, so eventually there'll be something good in there. This is just fun. I like it. It's just really fun. If you haven't played this card, go ahead and play it. It changes everything. You pretty much can counter any spell, and then your opponent takes control of it, and they can counter any spell. So there's a lot of politics in there. That's what Commander is all about. Next is same thing. It's a shapeshifter, but this time at the beginning of upkeep, you can put it face down and morph it back up and copy something else. This is the non-fixed version where you just do it at the beginning of your upkeep. You can just change it. You don't have to flip it or morph it or nothing. It's pretty cool. Same thing, being upkeep. Each player upkeep, they lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. So you're just drawing a bunch of cards in here. This is another one, especially because it gets in the graveyard. You pay 6, bam, it's a will. And last but not least, with me drawing all these cards, I could pretty much win the game with 1/1 insects, which has happened several times. I constantly will, and whenever I draw cards, this happens. And that's it. This is my quick first video on YouTube. I'll be making more videos sooner. I need to get a video editing. I'll be discussing magic related topics, all that stuff. My next video, hopefully my fellow Commander players show up and we play Magic today, but it's also a holiday today, so they might be doing family stuff. I'm also a big Modern fan, so we're gonna bring some Modern. I have a Hollow one, stuff like that. Do dead techs, and hopefully, as the channel grows, if it does, I'll be able to invest more into the channel and create more content for you guys. So, like I said, this is Nekusar. It's my first Commander deck that I officially completed. I spent a lot of money on it, as you can tell from the dual lands, but this was back when dual lands were way cheaper than they are now. And, yeah, it's one of my favorite commanders. It gets a lot of hate, so when I do decide to play this, I'm the first one to be targeted. And that's what happens when you play Nekusar. Alright, thank you guys, and peace out, and like, subscribe, do whatever you like. Comment later.